shark bait has such teeth.
In Columbus, Ohio, it's illegal for stores to sell cornflakes on Sunday. So if you're in Ohio and you're in Columbus, yeah, we used to do this with beer because beer sales weren't good on Sunday back in Ohio back in the day. Stock up on cornflakes on Saturday night, but don't do like I do. Don't eat all those cornflakes, and you won't have any for Sunday. But now I guess it just said cornflakes. Fruit Loops probably okay.
Fruity Pebbles is my go-to.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Little Count Chocula.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, and there you see, if you watch us regularly, there's a weirdo here in the middle of us who's already fucking talking. And we have a live studio audience we never had. All hell's breaking loose here at Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk, and I think that's a good thing. I think that all hell breaking loose is a good thing. Coach Ed is back, and he's going to have his own segment this time. His own segment, but not just quite yet, so he's not going to be able to talk all the fucking time here.
Wow. I was going to add that, my celebrity status after I was on the show the first time went through the roof. I was asked my first autograph the other day. Now, it was a state trooper having me sign a speeding ticket, but nonetheless, it was an autograph. But
your celebrity status went up, but I didn't see our viewers spike that viewing spike at that time. Yeah. I thought at least we'd be big in Mercer or wherever the fuck you're from. But
Oil City should have gone up.
Oil City, that's right. Only 10 people live there. I thought
all 3 people are still in town watching. Yeah.
So anyway, we are a Category 5 podcast, the only one in the universe, and we are the most puzzling podcast in the Northern Hemisphere. But we are also alcohol influencers, and I mentioned this last week and the week before. Another influencer died this week. So not only we're influencers that are fucking alive, so you better stick with us instead of those ones that fucking die every fucking week.
Yeah,
we are alcohol influencers, and here is your fact of the week. In ancient Babylon, if a brewer served bad beer, his punishment was getting drowned in his own product.
I think that's fitting.
Yeah, but would you elect to be a brewer in ancient Babylon if you knew one bad day and you're fucking dead?
Well, this goes back to your skunky beer story. Don't expose it to the sun. Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
I wonder how they killed pimps back then. Wow.
Okay, we'll move on because I have a lot of material here, and we got to get to segment 3 because Ed probably has a lot.
He has notes.
Just a little bit.
He has notes.
I know. I saw. That's what scared me. That's when
I came prepared this time.
Okay, this doesn't have it has a name now that you are watching, but it doesn't as I'm speaking. But we're number 134. 134. Mm-hmm. And what we've been doing is giving our favorite athlete whose number was 34. And you already gave us a little hint last week that it was going to be a Laker again, right? It is. And it's your third straight Laker?
It'll be 3 in a row, okay. 32, 33, 34.
32 and 33, I knew were coming.
Yeah.
I don't know 34. Give it up.
And it's actually, again, there's a ton of 34 sports-wise that you could go. I mean, Walter Payton is one for.
Oh yeah, he's a good one.
Again, the Lakers, because 32 and 33 were already taken in L.A. when Shaq signed over there, he had to take 34.
Right. That's right.
And his dominance and the 3 rings they got, those were key times for me. And the Lakers, again, the only team I probably still root for, and he wore 34 because the other 2 were already taken.
Okay, so he didn't wear 34 when he played. What did he play on a Magic, right?
He was 33 at LSU. Okay. He went to Orlando when he got drafted. He wore 32 there, and so then he went up 1. He went to 34. He went to LA. He's I think the only other number he wore. He had a real brief stint in Boston. He wore 36, but he was either 33, 32, or 34 most of the time. Yeah.
All right. Well, I went with the Pirates. First off, Chris Benson.
Oh, yes.
And okay, you're sick enough that you'll remember this.
I know exactly where you're going.
Okay. Yeah, his wife. And
yes.
There's rumors about his wife.
Yes.
Well, I didn't participate, but I personally know they're true. I had a chance to participate. I'm not going to get into the whole story, but I ran into someone that was going. It was at his house before the game, was going to his house after, and told me to come along and join in the fun. Let's just put it that way.
That's a great number to take for that reason. Yeah,
but I did a little more research.
Oh no.
Yeah, this guy was a pitcher Ed Wolf was his name for the Pirates. His career lasted from April 19th, 1952 to April 25th, 1952. This poor dude, he lasted 6 days.
Yeah.
Pitched in 3 games, 3 2/3 innings. Had a 7.36 ERA. Now that's not good, but damn, should you be cut forever? Because he probably had one bad outing. I mean, 3 2/3 innings. You give up 3 runs in 1 inning. That's your ERA is 9. So he must have given up 2 runs in an inning.
Maybe he needed some advanced metrics like they use now. He would have stood a better chance of latching on somewhere.
Or maybe he needed to sleep with the manager's wife or something. I don't know.
Maybe he was sleeping with the manager's wife.
Okay, yeah. I didn't get that involved, you know. And I didn't want to make fun knowing that you're a Michigan football fan. But
please.
Please.
Listen, stop. That stuff happens so often. I don't even want to. I'll talk about that all day. Who cares? Who cares?
Probably the poor chick that got knocked up. She probably cares.
She'll get her payday. What's she care?
I will say one thing. She is a good-looking woman.
Yes.
I'll give her that.
That's
give
fair.
her that. So we don't want to get too involved in that. So I'm going to go on. I'm going to give you some science.
Wait, do you have a 34?
Well, when you prepared me for this, you gave me all those notes 30 seconds before we came on. The first one that popped into my mind was Walter Payton.
Payton,
I
okay.
probably have to go with Walter Payton.
Okay.
Yes.
See, he's as prepared as I am.
Don't give Ed too much damn time. We're going to be here till tomorrow, you know. New Scientist magazine. I know he's not prepared for that, nor are you. Okay. I read it so you don't have to and they don't have to. Ed, you read New Scientist magazine?
Yes.
Okay. This first one you guys are going to like. These are headlines from New Scientist magazine this week. And I brought an extra one. Usually I do 3. I did 4 this week. Ancient figurine may show goose mating with a woman. And that was 12,000 years ago. 12,000 years ago, geese were already.
Before that was a porn fetish.
Yeah. I don't think Pornhub was out 12,000 years ago, but that shit was still going on. Yeah. And now, okay, this might be my favorite. Ancient tracks might be record of a sea turtle stampede. Now, is that a name for a fantasy football team or a segment or something? The Sea Turtle Stampede.
A podcast.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Tiny probably have enough time to get out of the way.
489 documented. Yep.
Yeah. Let's not get back.
Yeah. Let's not get into that at all. But besides, we might get into it in a little bit.
Yeah.
By the way, that Sea Turtle Stampede,
yeah,
that took place 23 million years ago.
Oh.
So the sea turtles, they were on it way back then.
Mm-hmm.
And now this one just reversed. This said kissing may be 1 million years old. Now, the goose mating with a woman, it didn't really say if they were kissing before they mated. So I don't know, but if kissing's 1 million years old, the geese must have known that 12,000 years ago, wouldn't you think?
I'd rather kiss a goose than someone that's 1 million years old.
You probably have. And here's something you guys probably didn't know. Moss spores survive space exposure. So it's good to know if you're ever going to go out in space, those moss, there might be moss there because they survived.
Did you see that one rocket of Elon's that they showed the video, the live stream, and there was a mouse on it? You see that video?
No.
They were showing. Of course, people were saying it's conspiracy that he wasn't actually up in space because there was a mouse on the video. You could actually see the mouse moving around as the thing was supposedly in space. So, of course, the controversy was maybe it's not really. It's all production, like it was going to the moon.
So, don't get me started. We had a discussion about that yesterday. Never mind. Well, let me talk about something halfway serious. Halfway.
Oh boy.
Next week here. On our podcast, Tiny and I did something with meaning. And right. We want you to tune in, and it's way different from anything we've ever done. Like I said, it's meaning, and it's not totally serious, but it's somewhat serious. It's a tribute to the guy we had interviewed twice on our program, which we had never done before until Ed showed up now. So, Ed, you better take care of your health because
I'm on it. I'll try to get another speeding ticket so I can give another autograph.
Now, here's the deal. Do you think if Ed dies, do you think we could find 10 people to say good things about him?
I doubt it.
But anyway, next week's show, we got 10 people, some fairly famous, and they're all going to talk about our friend Randy Wiel and his amazing life. And if you don't know about his amazing life, you might want to go back to episode 41 and 42 when we interviewed him, because the dude ran in the Olympics. He swam in the Pan Am Games. He played Division I basketball. He coached a Division I basketball team that won a national championship. And I'm only scratching the surface
and
there.
Again, here I go again with the same thing. Here, after all that, oh, by the way, he spoke 7 languages. I mean, like, that's how many people you get to that point. Like, oh, by the way, he spoke a bunch of languages.
Yeah. So that's next week. It'll be something way different, but don't turn it off right away, because we're not doing our normal tomfoolery, because we tried something serious for a change. But in 2 weeks, we'll be back with our regular bullshit. How's that? Okay. I'll go through this real quick. I told you I joined a new gym, and I have sauna stories.
Yes.
Sauna stories, but they're
Nice.
not what you're hoping, because I said
boo.
Okay. 2 quick ones. I'm in the sauna. This was earlier this week. And I looked at a guy, and the Steelers had just signed Adam Thielen, who's one of the oldest damn free agents in the history of the world. And I said to the guy, hey, the Steelers signed a wide receiver that's older than me. And he said, really? And then he apologized. He said, I didn't mean to say you.
Happen.
Exactly.
He said, I didn't mean to say you looked old.
Yeah.
But then this next guy I talked to, this is the next day I went in there, and this guy's just all talking about himself. And I don't know anybody in there, obviously. I just joined this gym. Nobody. And this guy's talking about himself, and what a great athlete. And he reminded me of you, because he claimed he once ran a 900-yard dash, and he was white. There's no damn way. A guy in 1972. And I even said, did you win the state championship? No. But anyway, he's talking about himself. And then he talks about it. He said he went to the second biggest high school in the country at the time, and it was Parma. And that is a big school. I know the area pretty well. Okay. But he said, he's telling the story, and I hadn't joined the conversation yet. And he said, in the hallways, you can only walk one way. I said, I said, what if your class is to the left and the thing's going to the right? He ignored my question. He just went on.
Wait a minute.
You had to go around the block. Go around.
So later on, someone asked him when he graduated from high school, 72. That's when I graduated.
Okay.
So I jumped in there, and he said he was a track star. I wanted to see if he did something in college. I said, where'd you go to college? He said, Kent State.
No way.
I said, me and you were there at the same time. He never asked me a single question about myself. Wouldn't you think? I tried to talk to him, but he was going here and there. And then, and when you're from Kent State and you're old, someone's going to ask you about the riots.
Of course.
And someone asked him about the riots, and he gave fucking misinformation.
No.
He said something that was totally wrong. Like I said, I don't know these people, and I didn't want to say, you're full of shit, you fucking ego bitch.
You should have. No, you should have called him. Fuck that.
I should have.
I would have.
I should have. And then I said to him, when I finally could get a word in, what dorm did you live in? Oh, I commuted. It was only 20 minutes away. Parma is way longer than 20 minutes from Kent. I don't know if this fucker really did go there, because later on in the story, he was talking about when he was 19 and in the service.
Oh,
so maybe he went there for 3 weeks.
Right.
I don't know, but it just seemed, all his stories just seemed a little bit, I hope I told you about co-ed sons. I hope I don't share it with this motherfucker anymore. All right, moving on. Yesterday, we had beer night.
We did.
My only comment, and I'll let you comment, is the 3 people that Tiny and I drink with every fucking time, Tarzan and Guru and Sully. I made the comment about them not watching, and not one of them said, no, I watched. It just amazes me that they refuse to watch us.
I listen, not only do we not keep Guru's attention to watch the podcast, he wasn't even paying attention to the conversation most of the night last night.
know.
He was on his phone doing this about half the thing.
So when you drive him back home, do you guys talk about what went on, or do you just talk about shit?
Yeah, we usually, I mean, we do a quick recap of whatever we were talking about and whatever, but no, it usually reverts back to old stuff, so it's.
And the crazy thing about Guru, I ask him the questions that we talk about in Samurai Chatter most of the time, and in Would You Rather, and he answers every time.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think he'd want to at least hear his answers on the thing?
No, we actually did talk about this. Honest to God, yeah, we did. And because he said, he's like, I always try to answer honestly, or at least what I think whatever you would think might be funny. That was what he said. And I'm like, well, do you ever see his reaction to it? Oh, no, I don't know. So he doesn't care. He thinks you'll like it, but he doesn't care if you do. Yeah.
Okay. Is that enough for beer night?
I think so. I mean, it was pretty nondescript otherwise.
There
were some Christmas parties going on. I was hoping to get some older drunk chicks, whatever, but there wasn't too many.
Yeah, except that one drunk chick fucking got pissed at me.
I forgot. Yeah.
Fuck her.
Exactly.
She was pissed at me because I swore at a fucking bar. No, boy, that's a horrible thing.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta look like I was fucking killing her children or some shit, which I'd be willing to. Don't be giving me those fuckhead looks.
Yeah, fuck that.
Okay, this is true here. Everything's true, but I try to watch our podcast twice.
Okay.
When you first put it out, I try to watch it, and then I go directly to sleep. And then I try to watch it sometime later in the week, and I try to watch it critically, although I don't, but I try to, thinking, or at least something we talked about that we should talk about again.
Yeah.
But anyway, as you know, anyone who watches YouTube knows, and that's you because you're watching, after your show's over, then it leads you into something else.
Right.
Okay. Here.
Oh, no.
On Monday night, the next thing that came on, because I didn't have a chance to get over and turn it off, it was some kind of bird nest in Germany. and there was a chat room session going on to the side or whatever they call that.
No.
And it was all in German. And you couldn't even see the fucking eggs or whatever you were supposed to be looking at, but all these Germans seem to be into it. And now, what we did talk about Germany a little bit last week. You think that was why?
They do search the transcript, like they create transcripts on YouTube automatically, and so maybe they're catching words somehow. I don't know if we say a certain thing more than once, so. Maybe you start saying something popular, and we'll say it like 10 times at the end of the show.
Okay, Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
Taylor
there
Swift.
you go.
How about that? Now, so I watched it the second time this week.
Yeah,
on a different apparatus, and what comes on after? Soft holiday music with a fireplace. Yeah. Now, do you think that we emanate that, or? Do you think people need that after they watch us?
They need something to calm down after the trauma they just experienced.
Okay. One more story. This week, I just couldn't let this go. This go. I stopped to get gas at the Wexford Get-Go in the Wexford Flats. And I wanted $30, and I handed the chick a 50. And I said, give me $30 on number 9. And she opens up her till, and she says, I don't have any 20s. I thought, well, and then she asked the chick next to her, do you have any 20s? No. Then she says to me, well, I know what we could do. Let's pretend like you're paying 50, go out and pump in 30, and then you come back. I said, how's that going to help? You're going to have magically 20s appear? And then she said, I guess I didn't think that one the whole way through. And then, not to make fun of get-go people, but then, okay, she's just sitting there puzzled as fuck. And then finally she looks at me, well, could I give you 4 5s? I said, well, fuck yeah, you can give me 4 5s. That equals 20.
Last I counted.
So that was my get-go experience. Now, why should you keep watching this show? What we got coming up? We got Dear Tiny versus Dear Abby. He doesn't even know that for sure yet, but that's what we got. Then in our next, we have coach stories, and this is going to be Ed's segment. Ed's segment totally. I had one story, but I think we're just going to turn it over to him. and hopefully we'll be done by tomorrow. And then we have Transylvanian Brain Freeze, 4 of those. And then the movie and music game, we have season 4, week 4. Season 4, week 4. And it's been tough, and I will tell you this. People are going to know the movie because the movies have been too hard. They've been too hard.
Okay.
The song's going to be tough because you know how I usually think I sing it well, and I don't. I don't even think I don't even know this tune. I think when I go out to pee, I'm going to have to listen to it again because I really don't have this one in my head. But it's a one-hit wonder. And then our cough guard got that right.
Yeah, I think so.
We got Argy Bargy. I'm going to bitch about something. Would you rather? We got Kayleigh versus Emily. And then in Samurai Chatter, pretty interesting thing, your favorite tastes and sounds. And we finish off with a quote by Groucho Marx.
Nice.
So coming up next, Dear Abby versus Dear Tiny.
Dear Abby, my feet are too long. My hair's falling out.
How about that? Was that a good sound? We're going to talk about that later. Now, if you noticed, so I can read the print of this paper, I have had to take off my sunglasses. But just if you notice, the last 3 weeks, I've had like real sunglasses on.
I have,
and I'll tell you why. They're good because I bought them at a gas station. And that's you only get quality stuff at a gas station, and that's where I got these and those other 2 pairs. I'm just going to rotate my gas station sunglasses.
Right.
All right, this is Dear Abby versus Dear Tiny.
Boy.
Dear Tiny has been given, I was going to look this up, but I forgot. We're at about 50. I don't know if we're there yet. I'll look it up the next time.
Okay.
But anyway, Dear Tiny's been given it a lot. And the reason we're good at this is we are 57 years of marriage with no divorce. And that's why we feel talented enough and qualified to do this. And, okay, are you ready to go, Tiny?
Let's do it.
All right. I'm going to read you the real letter and then the Abby response, and we're going to see what Tiny has to say. Dear Abby, I recently bought a first-floor condo because I am an older woman with a knee disability. Otherwise, I would have purchased a unit on the second floor of this 2-story condo complex. I am only here part-time because my husband's not ready for retirement. The owner above me has 2 children who jump off the kitchen counter onto the floor multiple times a night as late as 10 p.m. It causes everything in my kitchen cabinets to rattle. I have spoken with the property manager. He's willing to send them violation notices, which would eventually include fines. I haven't taken him up on it because since I'm a part-time resident, I'm concerned about the retaliation, such as broken windows or vandalism in my car in the parking lot. Of course, that neighbor would be the prime suspect, but I would have no proof. I can't afford a more expensive community. My husband and I did knock on her door as a congenial manner one day to introduce ourselves as new neighbors. She did not give us the time of day. What would you do if you were me? Feels the noise down south. Dear Feels the Noise. I would knock on that woman's door, explain the problem, and politely ask her to instruct her children not to jump off the kitchen counter after 6 p.m. because the crashing noise prevents me from enjoying my apartment. If she didn't cooperate, I'd have another talk with a manager. If the warnings and fines didn't work, I'd contact Child Protective Services because what those kids are doing is dangerous and their parent is unwilling to supervise them. I know where you're going, so go ahead.
Well, I don't know. First of all, Child Protective Services are going to say, get the fuck out of here, lady. Are you kidding me? They made it to school and home, and they got clothes on their backs. Get the fuck out of here. They're not going to give a shit. And did I understand it right? She's a part-time resident bitching about this? Get the fuck out of here, lady. Go live the other place where you are the other part of the time and shut the fuck up about it.
Okay, and I got some more. Lady, turn off your fucking hearing aid. If your knee doesn't work, your ears probably don't fucking work either. And just enjoy it.
He's triggered.
Now you discriminate against people with hearing
He's triggered.
I mean, I take offense to that.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Then go.
I would walk out, but there's a lot of cigar left.
get a job and be able to afford the second
Guys,
damn floor. You know.
There's my other thing.
Yeah,
Go back to work.
Yeah, fuck that lady.
Yeah.
God damn. What an Abby, Child Protective Services.
And you're retired. Why does it be quiet at 10 o'clock? Where do you got to get up the next morning to be?
Right. Child Protective Services.
Good night.
Fuck you, Abby. All right, we have one more. I have a nephew, dear Abby, I have a nephew and niece who are in their 20s. As teens and adults, they chose not to acknowledge my gifts. I stopped sending them anything as a result. I have recently learned my nephew is engaged. He will be eloping and then having a family reception in a few months. Nobody in my family has met his fiance. I do not live in the same town they do. Would it be wrong to not attend the reception? I have never said anything to their father, my brother, about the kid's lack of acknowledgement. I know my mother will give me grief because she did a few months ago when I didn't attend my niece's graduation party. Stein, staying away in North Carolina. Dear staying away, I understand that you were miffed because you weren't thanked for gifts and that you gave your niece and nephew when they were younger. However, I am sorry you didn't attend your niece's graduation and even sorrier that you are planning not to attend your nephew's wedding reception. By pouting and not having a conversation with your brother about your feelings, you were effectively estranging yourself from that branch of the family, which I feel was a mistake. What do you got, dear Tiny?
I know where you're going.
Oh,
Man, you came to the wrong podcast if you're going to expect to get any family sympathy whatsoever. Because there ain't nobody on this side of the table that gives a fuck about family. I'll tell you that right now. And I think if you're giving gifts that they don't acknowledge, fuck them. Peace and chicken grease, brother. I ain't going to nothing. Are you kidding me? Get out of here.
they're graduating. I didn't go to one of my daughter's graduation. Graduating from high school, I mean, that used to be a big thing like in the 1700s when you plowed fields. Now, if you don't graduate from high school, you are the biggest fuck up in the fucking world. Why do we have a big damn celebration? Oh, you got out of high school. They pass you on age, for Christ's sake. They're not allowed to flunk you anymore in most schools. So, I not like I said, I miss my daughters. I'm nephew and niece. No, I haven't been to any of their shit, and I don't give a fuck about them either. So, fuck no. I made a mistake. Bullshit, Abby. Bullshit.
Let them reconcile.
Yeah. And plus, they didn't thank her for the gifts.
That's right.
Soon I wouldn't have sent them a gift in the first fucking place.
That's good,
but if they don't thank me, fuck them. Fuck them.
No.
Okay, we'll be back with Coach Ed and coaching stories. Welcome back to Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. The third segment's always our story segment. And by the way, that's Tiny. I'm the Prince of Pittsburgh. And this is Coach Ed. And Coach Ed has been on here before. And in this segment, he has some coaching stories for us. And I have my gas station sunglasses back on because I don't have to read anything. But we're going to turn it over to Coach. We have no idea what he's going to talk about. And we hope it's not clean.
I'm just going to ramble a little bit. You know, after I was on the last time, I told a couple stories last time, and they were true. You know, they're true stories. You got pancaked by a girl. She asked you out. She was prom queen over there and everything and stuff. And, you know, we know that whole history about Tiny and the girl from Southington.
Of course.
But I also, because of that, it was just funny because I started getting a few phone calls, and kids that I talked to still, nobody leaves West Middlesex anyway. You know, they graduated. Usually they stay close.
Yeah.
But it reminded I got a few phone calls that said, "Hey, Coach, do you remember this or do you remember that?" And it brought all these memories back of things that I was like, "Oh my God, I could have said that. I could have said this." So I started writing them down every time somebody talked to me about it. You know, so it's just a couple of them. It's just hilarious things that happened in coaching. You know, I'm old school. You know, when I was a kid, I died once. My parents told me to go out in the driveway and rub some dirt on it, brought me back to life. You know, I mean, it wasn't one of. So I was never soft on kids that got hurt at practice or hurt in the game. It was like, you'll be all right. You'll be not now. I mean, you know, you're out 6 to 8 weeks if you get, you get a thumbnail, pull up, you get a hangnail or something. But so I decided, kids would come up there and practice saying, I'm hurt, I can't practice. You know, these are days before we had trainers, and you say, well, go see a doctor. If we don't have a doctor's excuse, your ass is back in a huddle. So I decided in one of my softer moments, I said, all right, here's what we're going to do. These kids are over here. We call it Turtle Beach, over there on the thing. They're just relaxing, not doing anything. I said, we're going to move an exercise bike out there. So we put an exercise bike. I don't know if you remember this, but we had an exercise bike out where the crapper is out there in that old where we used to store dummies. We had an exercise bike out there. And this was probably, that was my first year as head coach. So it was after you guys graduated that I got taken, because you guys were always blowing off during practice and everything.
Oh, my God.
We'd leave the hill. Tiny would fake cardiac arrest or something like that. He'd be down there and say, I'm going to put my lips on that. He's dead. Just leave him alone. I'm not touching that. So he'd be down there to go. Pulling one of these to ask it,
No,
So we get this exercise, but it wasn't just an exercise. But it was one of those ones where when you pedaled, the handlebars went back and forth, back and forth. Well, I'm not thinking about this. And this kid comes up and he got racked up. I mean, he got racked up in practice. I mean, it was one of those, just both sides got hit. And his lower back is just, he's been complaining for a couple of weeks anyway. I said, well, go ride the exercise bike. I said, but, go make sure, I want to see some sweat on your brow when you're doing it. So he's got a lower back injury. All right. But he's over there. I look over and we got this thing sitting out next to the dummies and he's pedaling his ass off and he's back and forth, and every time he does it, it's like, oh, he's screaming in pain as he's doing it, but he's too afraid to stop. So I finally tell Cass Landry, I said to Todd, I said, go over and tell him to take it easy over there. Just go over and tell him to take it easy. So his parents called me that night. I get a call and say, my son's back is hurt. You put him on an exercise bike. I said, listen, it was good for him. I said, go rub some dirt on. He's fine. He'll be back in the huddle tomorrow. But there's just things like that. And we had, we've had kids that I swear, with some of the smartest kids that were smart in the classroom. They were gifted, absolutely gifted, but they had a learning disability in football common sense. Yeah, we had, and I'm not going to mention any names here because I don't want, the repercussions of you guys having to face a lawsuit because I said something on the thing.
Just say allegedly.
We had a kid that was gifted. I swear, this is honest to God truth. He went to the huddle. He couldn't remember if he was supposed to pull to the right or to the left because he couldn't. We'd call something and we'd call to play even to the right or to the left. We had to put even numbered numbers and tape his shoes, right? So then he says, well, wait, what's his right and left? So we put an L and an R in medical tape on the thing. He would leave the huddle and he would go down and he would go to the line of scrimmage and he would move that foot so he knew which one he was supposed to step.
Yeah, but now I just got to interrupt. Right during that time, you pointed to your right foot and said L, and pointed to your left foot and said R. You just fucking did that.
I had a learning disability in football. I mean, come on, I won 5 games in 3 years, for God's sake. What do you expect? I'm sorry, 6 games. 6 games in 3 years. And at the time, I was the winningest coach in football in history at West Middlessex. At 5-25.
You were an overachiever.
24. But there was just one of the funniest ones that I ever had happen. Kid come into the coach's office, and this was probably, I don't know, 2nd or 3rd year as head coach. Kid come into the coach's office, and he's just walking in real gingerly. I'm like, what the hell is the matter with you? He says, Coach, man, I'm just all raw and everything. He just said, so, I said, well, just go put something on it, put some stuff. I says, do I ask the coaches? I said, what the hell's wrong with him? He said, we don't know. He's all chafed up. I said, I don't know what's going on. We get out there to the field, and I'm like, I call him over, and I says, hey, what the hell's wrong with you? He says, Coach, my wiener pad, it's just rubbing me raw. I said, you're what? He says, his wiener pad. He had his girdle on backwards.
With the thing in the
his tail pad is rubbing up and down on his junk, and it's got him all chafed up. So I mean, how do you tell? What did I tell him? You're good to go. Rub some dirt on it. One of those deals. It's just
no.
Then we had, and then even the officials would get in on the yak once in a while. I mean, they're like all these bumpkins from West Middlesex that I coached down there. I tell the kids, and I did the special teams. I had guys run the offense for me, run the defense, but I took over all the special teams. I did all the special teams. And I would tell the kids every day in practice, we'd go over when we were on a punt team. I said, you guys get up there. I said, when the ball is snapped, I said, 1,001, 1,002. I said, release and get down the field. So what do our kids do? All right. We're in the game. The official comes over and he's laughing. And Riley Smoot. Riley was an official at the time. I'm going to use his name because this is it's a funny story. Riley comes over and he's laughing. I said, what's the matter, Coach? He says, What's the matter, right? He says, Coach, he says, I got to tell you. He says, your kids are cracking me up out there. I said, what's going on? He says, they're counting. I said, they're what? He says, all 5 linemen. He says, plus your tight ends. He says, they're stepping up. They're going 1,001, 1,002, and they're releasing and going down the field. I had to take a timeout to say, listen, you shitheads, don't count. Think it. You know? Oh, it just, you know. It's just,
lack of preparation is what that sounds like.
And yes, exactly. But you guys also know, and I had some rules when I did special teams. If you couldn't catch the ball in the air on punt, you got away from it. So what I would do is I would scream, and I would know as soon as the ball was kicked, I could tell if we were going to be able to get to it or not. So if it was getting close, I would start screaming, get away, get away, get away. All right. So late in the game, we're up. We're beating Mercyhurst Prep. Mercyhurst Prep is down 12-8. They had scored late in the game to make it 12-8. They go to onside kick. All right. So they go to onside kick. The onside kick starts rolling. It gets to about 8 yards, and we had a student that thought he was there standing next to me, never saw the field. He starts screaming, "Get away! Get away!" I'm like, no. I'm like, I turned to my guy by the face. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "They couldn't catch it in the air." I said, "It's an onside kick, not a punt." So, it was one thing after another, and and these kids come in. And I do remember we had another one that his kids ran track for me and played football for. He played football for me, and we did extra point. We had extra point and a field goal team, and I said, all right. I said, field goal. We every day at practice we do it at field goal. So we score. They go to kick an extra point. I always call it the field goal unit. Field goal unit, get on the field, get on the field, get on the field. So we're working on field goals in practice. So we score. Very first game of the year, we score. We go to kick the extra point. Extra point's good. Flag goes out. The official says, you have enough guys on the line. I turn around. The kid's standing next to me. I said, what are you doing? I said, you're supposed to be on the field. He said, I'm out there for field goals, not extra points, coach. It's just, and that's just stuff. That stuff is, you can't make this stuff up. I'm like, do you understand? A field goal and an extra point are basically the same thing. Not worth the same amount,
how many
but they're the
field
same
goals do you
thing.
kick in a season in high school back then, right? What, 3 field goals a season?
Yeah, it's just stuff like that. You can't make that stuff up.
Yeah.
It's in kids, and you want to give him credit and think, oh, he's a nice kid. He's just dumber than a box of rocks. Yeah, and your parents are, does my kid have a chance of playing the callers? And I go, your kid doesn't know his left from his right. But so that's what I got.
Those are good.
Guys.
Those are good. Now, I will say, I think some of those were coaching problems. Lack
of coaching. I blamed it on the assistant coaches. There's a lack of coaching.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ed. And we'll be back with Transylvanian brain freeze.
Transylvania brain freeze.
This is Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk, Transylvanian brain freeze, where we give you 4 amazing facts. And this is international again. We got one from the United States. We got one from the border. We got one from Australia. And we got one from Thailand. How about that? So I'll get right to it. Andre McEnany, 54 of Australia. He's suing the prison he's in. Suing the prison. I wonder what his chances. Why? They have banned Vegemite, a condiment that's put on toast and sandwiches. Vegemite has a pungent odor that can confuse the drug-sniffing dogs. So that's why they don't let it go on. But it's very popular, apparently, in Australia. And McEnany is serving a life sentence, but says the ban on Vegemite violates human rights law and prevents him from enjoying his culture and as an Australian.
Oh, Jesus. Wow. It doesn't sound very appetizing just based on the word.
It sounds horrible.
It sounds like a STD, to be honest.
It's almost like that. What was it? The Metavita Vegemin or whatever? The Lucille Ball. You were old enough to remember.
I am.
You probably don't remember this, but she was that. Wasn't it something like that?
Remember the Vegematic that fucking cut
Yeah. I have one. Yeah. Except I use it like a sledge-o-matic. You have to smash it because it's so old it just won't move. But
make waffle fries with those.
Okay, we'll move on. This is the border of the United States and Mexico right here. When customs officials noticed a big bulge in the pants of Jose Martinez, He was coming as he was coming back to the USA. He said it was his God-given endowment. He stuck to his story upon further questioning, but of his large penis. But the agents just didn't believe him. So they, upon further review, found he had sedated 2 parakeets and stuck them down in his underwear to smuggle them into America. Now, we've had a couple of these before. We have parakeets in the United States. Why do you need to smuggle them in?
I'd rather do that. The one you're talking, remember the guy was like, it was like scorpions and all kind of crazy critters he was smuggling in.
Maybe he wasn't smuggling. Maybe it's a fetish or something.
Yeah, like the chick making out with gooses.
Buy a feather duster. It's cheaper.
So the bad thing is, if he could fit those 2 down there, I'm guessing Jesse Martinez probably had a pretty small dick, don't you think? As he sits in prison. Maybe he can sue them if he doesn't get any Vegemite. Okay, this is a weird one here. This is in North Carolina. A motorist pulled over, called 911 and said, "You're not going to believe me, but I was driving down the road when a cat fell from the sky and shattered my windshield." She was telling the truth.
No.
She was telling the truth. A wildlife official explained that the cat likely was dropped by a bald eagle as he swooped up, but then got away from its talons and came down and killed her windshield.
I mean, I can relate. Pussy falls out of the sky for me from time to time.
Even though that's bullshit.
I have no comment. I can't even touch that.
Even that's horrible bullshit, but that was a pretty good line by you. I'm going to give you credit for that. This is episode 134, and that's his 3rd line that I actually laughed at. So yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Even though we talked before we were on air, this girl that used to like him at beer night fucking can't stand him now. So I'm not really sure it's falling out of the sky for you.
He's probably got a parakeet in his pants.
That could be a new line.
Yeah.
Are you happy to see me, or is that a parakeet in your pants?
Oh, we have 2 shows.
You come back with no, it's a bald eagle.
Okay, last one here. Last one. Parakeet Soudthroop. I'm guessing I didn't fucking pronounce that right. And we've had ones like this before, a couple lately. He worked at a temple in Thailand in the cremation department.
Oh no!
So this dude brings in a coffin and wants his sister cremated, and all of a sudden Parakeet was there, and there was a knock at the coffin. Oh. He opens it up. He said the woman's eyes were wide open, and she must have been knocking for a long time.
Oh, Jesus.
She was sent to a hospital and had low blood sugar. Her brother, who brought her to the temple, said, "She stopped breathing 2 days ago. It's a miracle she woke up." I watch a lot of true crime. That motherfucker, there was some insurance money there. He brought his sister in to make some money.
Yeah,
you know?
See?
Yeah, I think that's what I think.
Yeah.
Goes on everywhere.
She didn't send his kids birthday presents or whatever. That's what happened.
Well, she might have sent, but they didn't fucking thank him for it. Yeah, whatever the fuck. Okay, that's it for Transylvanian Brain Freeze. But now it gets competitive because we got week 4, season 4 of the movie and the music game coming up. Hey, hold on here. Hold on.
No, we're live.
Yeah, I said I was ready, but I guess I really wasn't.
I'm glad you did because I forgot to print.
Well, I forgot to get this out. Hey, hold on with me here a second.
We're having a production meeting live.
As you know, we don't edit, and you can tell that right now, can't you? Because, that was my I usually blame him, but that was my fuck up. Okay, but we are here for the movie game, and I had to get the scores out because the scores are really bad. And, okay, and the reason they've been bad, I decided to be a good guy. And instead of going with movies I liked, I Googled best movies of all time. And that's what I've used the first 3 weeks of season 4. And the scores have been shitty, just shitty. Mm-hmm. So this week I got one that I like. And I think everybody's going to get it. Okay. I think everybody's going to get it. And don't say it, but tell me if you do know it. after 2 words.
Oh,
2 words.
wow.
But maybe you'll get it. But I think most people are going to get it after 2 words. Okay. By the way, in a movie game, you get the title, it's 5 points. If you get the year it was released, it's 1 point. Okay. And I have 3. There's the 3 quotes this time. First one. Shitter's fool. You know it? No. You stupid son of a bitch. Okay.
You? Ed, do you know it?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Come on. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
You've been the only person in America that doesn't have this movie.
If you don't get it on these next 2, I even told my wife, I never hit her before. I said, I'm going to fucking hit you if you don't get this motherfucker. Hey, kids. And she got it on Shitter's Fool, by the way.
Oh, Shitter's
Fool. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah,
what did you think I said?
I couldn't hear what you said. I don't have
Don't
headphones.
you listen?
Should I check him for a pulse, for God's sake? How can you not get that?
Yeah, like I don't fucking talk. Okay, let me keep going.
It's that parakeet in his pants. That's what's going on.
That's right. And he's enjoying it. Hey, kids, I heard in the news that an airline pilot spotted Santa's sleigh. You serious, Clark? And it's a 1-year membership to the Jelly of the Month Club. Clark, that's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year. And Clark and Eddie are the 2 characters, and I went with 2 different actors, just Beverly D'Angelo and Julie Louis-Dreyfus.
Oh,
yeah, pretty nice. Let's put the scores up, and as you can see, the scores are really
Would you
bad.
rather? Both of them are still getting it done.
I know. I'd like to do both of them, yeah. Although Julie's a lot younger than Beverly. I don't know if that would be really fair. Anyway, as you can see, Yimmy has a big lead. Flies Bro still hanging in there. Tiny, you in the House of Thrills, tied for 3rd. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? Okay. What is the name of this movie, Tiny?
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
It is Christmas Vacation. 5 points for Tiny right there. I think I would think everyone's going to get this, but who knows? Now everyone won't get this. What year was it released?
This is going to be the thing that separates the scores this week. I think.
Right.
Wow. I'll say 1987.
I think you did this last week too.
God damn
1989.
Damn it! I did. I was 1 year again.
Yeah, messed it by 1. So Tiny gets a 5. A couple things about this movie. Diane Ladd, who just recently died, by the way.
Okay.
She played Clark's mother, yet she was only 8 years older than him in real life. And this is pretty good too. The original director was a guy named Chris Columbus, but he couldn't work with Chevy Chase because apparently Chevy Chase is an asshole.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I've heard that too. So, but he really needed a job. He wanted to do it, but he just couldn't work with Chevy Chase. So, I think John Hughes was the guy that was in charge of the whole thing, and he found him another job because he needed the work.
Yeah.
Home Alone.
Oh,
which made like 10 times as much. Even though I love Christmas Vacation better, Home Alone was way more popular, and Chris Columbus did okay for himself there. So Christmas Vacation, 1989, and we'll be back with the music game where I'm going to sing really shitty.
All you boys back to the weekend, time to name that song.
There we go. Is that one of the top 3 sounds? We'll try to get to the bottom of that in Samurai Chatter, but that's coming up later. This is the music game, and today I've been really getting hell for my singing, and you know I think it's bullshit. I think it's bullshit. People give me shit for my singing, yet people get the song. So I must do a pretty fucking good job, but don't expect much today. Okay, how's that? How's that? Once again, this is week 4, season 4. You get 3 points for the title, 2 for the artist or group, and 1 point for the year it came out. Now, these are tough this time, though, because they're all one-hit wonders. And I would have got, I'll be honest, I would have got the song. I would have never got the name of this fucking group. But you may not get it off my singing. And maybe we'll have Ed guess, too, since we know he knew the. How would you have done on the year on that last one, Ed?
On what?
The movie game.
We keeping you awake here. I'm fucking sorry.
On the movie game, I would have hit the year right on.
You'd hit the year too?
Yeah, I would have hit the year right on.
All right.
You know, we'd been married about a year or two when that came out.
Okay.
I would guess 88 or 89.
All right. You ready? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here it is. And I picked this up in the middle of the song. Okay. Tooraloo-ra, tooraloo-ra, eh. And we sing just like our fathers. Da 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 da. Oh, I swear, well, he means at this moment, you mean everything. You in that dress, my thoughts I confess, for John Dirty. Oh, da da da. Bop, bop,
It's gonna get through my head.
I
It's through my head
know
all day
the
now.
name of the song.
You know the name of the song?
But
well, before you say it,
I got it.
Okay.
Let's put the the song
go
name?
ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put the
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, we got a good race here. Not with Tiny. If you get this one, this will be the first one. You have a big fat 0.
Yep.
Actually, you and Ed are in last place, but Ed doesn't fucking play. You play.
I forget. He forgets to text me.
Yeah, fucking text him.
It's his
right?
fault.
You know what?
Come on, Tiny.
I have
Get the parakeet out of your pants and remember to text me from now on.
I have your fucking number, Ed. I'm going to start fucking texting.
There you go. Perfect.
Anyway, we have a tie between Columbo and Rubenesque Ruby, and Flies Bro and Flowboy are in there too. Okay, so da 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 da. What is the name of that song?
It's Come On Eileen.
Yeah. See, don't be so pissed.
It's a terrible song.
Yeah, that must have been some good singing I did. Yes.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah, even he got it. Okay. You have any idea of this group?
I thought I did, but when you said it was a one-hit wonder,
It is.
I would have never. I guess I was wrong. I thought it was Jay
No.
Kyle. But
No,
I know
hell
a lot
no.
of their songs.
Oh, yeah, no. Jay Giles had a shitload of hits.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. So no, I don't know then.
Okay. Ed, you don't know this group, do you? It is Dexy's Midnight Runners. Dexy's Midnight Runners. And I
Still don't know.
if you get 2 of those 3 names, I'll give you maybe 1. Fuck, if you get Dexy, who's named Dexy? If you get Dexy or Midnight Runners, we'll give you credit. Now, okay, what year you got, Tiny? And then Ed can lie and say, "Oh yeah, I knew that fucking year."
I'll say 83.
Okay, what do you say, Ed?
I'm going, that's right about the time that movie came out. I'm going to go 88 or 89. 89.
Tiny, 82.
Oh,
82.
there.
Early.
Okay, so
Early.
Tiny gets a 4, Ed gets a 3, and we'll be back. I'm going to bitch about something. Last week, Tiny bitched. I'm going to bitch this week.
Hey, give us some of that giving it all to Jack. Give it some of
Last
that
week, schools were delayed and then canceled before any fucking snow fell on the ground. You didn't get to hear about my seminar this week because my seminar that starts at 11 a.m. got canceled, and I went out at 10:50, and there wasn't any snow on the road. And then I've always wondered about this. When it snows a little bit, I read on the TV screen, Meals and Wheels got canceled. Don't old fucking poor people get to eat when it fucking snows? Hey, I call this the pussification of America. If it snows a little bit, put on a coat, put on some gloves, maybe a hat, and on your vehicle, put on some decent fucking tires and just live your damn life. That's my Argy Bargy.
I know a little about it. I know a little about love, baby.
Welcome back to Would You Rather. And this Would You Rather, kind of interesting. A viewer nominated these two, came up with these two. And so we decided to go with it because we don't have that many original ideas. So if you give us one, we'll fucking use it. Anyone else out there want to do, let us know. Mm-hmm. And this is Kayleigh McEnany against Emily Compagno. Mm-hmm. And they're both a little more intelligent for our viewership.
Don't give me this. See, no, I'm already turned off. Stop.
Oh, you just shut the fuck up and let me finish my thought because here's what I'm saying. A lot of people
Don't
didn't
start
know
with this already. They're smart. No, they're not.
What do you think the average IQ of the viewers is?
about the same as Tiny.
I have a pretty good IQ. I don't know who either one of them are. I look at the picture.
This is where we're really going.
Anyway, a lot of our viewers, like Ed, didn't know who these two were, and that's what I was going with. That's all. Mm-hmm. That's all. But they both are lawyers. I mean, they both they both went to higher education, which is more than most of you have fucking done, huh? Yeah. Okay. But anyway, both attractive women. So we don't mind objectifying lawyers the same way as we objectify whores. It doesn't matter to us. Okay, so I'll read some before I give you the scores. I'll read some comments. And this guy said, Kayleigh, she's brilliant, and she had her breasts removed. She's a warrior. How about that? One said, Kayleigh, not even close. And this one said, Kayleigh, she would fulfill my spinner fascination. Emily's nose would get in the way and end up tickling my boys down south.
I guess I shouldn't use my Jew jokes. He's using his already.
That's right. And here's two for Emily. Gorgeous, smart, and she has a skillful tongue. Good. Once again, we don't write these.
No.
You guys do.
Right.
And this is vote for Emily. Can't stand that little slut Kayleigh.
Wow.
I'll take fit little gymnastic looking Emily. That's who he took. Okay. Now, this is from the Titty Guru.
Oh,
the
here
Titty
we go.
Guru. Emily has those luscious thighs that would warm my ears in any blizzard. Would gladly dangle my sugar cane over those nice 34 titties and give those lips a little sweet frosting.
The alliteration.
And we got one more.
There he
we
is.
got one more.
Nice.
Mr. Harrelson.
Yeah.
Mr. Harrelson had something to say here. At first, I would have said Compagno. I could have driven her skull through the bed headboard and left DNA all over her. But I saw she's been married twice to two different guys with the same name, Peter Riley. Did you know that?
No,
Who the
did
fuck
not.
does that? I
Yeah.
guess you don't have to change your towels.
Well.
But after Mr. Harrelson said, I'm thinking someone already banged her head senseless. I'll go with Kayleigh. She's 6 years younger, and she'd be happy to have the pleasure of a Mr. Harrelson cum fest.
I don't think anybody finds pleasure in that.
I think Mr. Harrelson does. Yeah.
He may be the only one happy with it.
Okay. What do you say? What do you say?
Who you want me to go first?
As opposed to who?
Him.
Ed already voted, I thought.
Oh,
I did.
Okay. Who do I say?
Yeah.
I'm killing both of them. Fuck this. No, I can't stand either one of these two. I really can't. The Emily chick, listen, COVID happened, and I never knew who these chicks were till COVID. And then there's that show on Fox. It's all the women. I call them Teletrumpies because they all dress in the same color. Like they look like the Teletubbies. They all wear like a whole solid color, and they look like the fucking Teletubbies on TV, and they all worship the Orange Man.
Do you fantasize about the Teletubbies?
I'd bang a Teletubby before I bang either one of these two.
Maybe
Maybe
that's the problem here.
I've been to a furry convention.
Maybe our next Would You Rather can be two Teletubbies. Do they have names? I don't know much
I
about
have
the
no idea.
Teletubbies.
I really don't either. That was so after my time.
Take the parakeet out of your pants and vote. Come on.
I'm killing both because the Emily every 5 seconds I call her Carrie Mason because she makes you know she's a lawyer. She says every 5 fucking seconds on that show. She's okay. We get it. You're a lawyer. You were also a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. I'd rather hear. And by the way, she had way better photos. It'd be the only reason I would vote for her if I had a vote. And as far as calling her the other one a warrior because she had her tits taken off as a preventative measure. Who the fuck does that? Bullshit. No, they're both. I'm not voting for either one of them.
Okay, you cannot vote for either one. You have that prerogative, but killing them both is number one a little strong, and that was an old segment we used to kill. What was that old? Fuck, Mary, kill. We're not doing that anymore. But
Too violent.
Yeah, you're killing both these poor chicks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Calm down and have another beer.
Yeah.
Goodness.
I had another beer, and I'm voting for Emily. If she was a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, that's good enough for me.
Yeah, all right.
And the final score, you ready for this? We had a lot of votes this week.
Okay.
Emily 43, Kayleigh 13.
Wow.
43-13. So Emily,
That's a crushing.
it is. Emily goes on in the contest we may never have. And you said you couldn't come up with good photos of Kayleigh, right?
Not as the other one had definitely more provocative photos because of her past.
Okay, so we want provocative photos. So Hell's Half Acre, I'll find somebody else. Who wants to see professional photos? You can do that. You don't even have to go to Pornhub for that. Okay, Emily moves on, and we'll be back with Samurai Chatter.
Well, I believe in UFOs. That's what gets me every time.
Welcome to Samurai Chatter. This is our last segment. Doesn't it seem like we've been doing this for a long fucking time?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we haven't really dilly-dallied as much as we think.
We haven't. But with our live studio audience and Ed here, I don't know. It's nothing against you two, but it just seems fucking long.
Like pulling teeth.
But anyway, today, this is something we've been talking about for a while, which we usually don't do in our tomfoolery. We're actually bringing it home, as they say.
Yeah.
We've talked about favorite tastes because of the Blimpies ad that said we're the second best taste. They're sandwiches, and they were alluding to the fact that there's another better taste, and and you can take it from there, especially on this fucking podcast. And if you think that is the next best taste, then fine.
I think that's what they were implying.
I think so too. So, and then for the sounds, when we click the beer, I had a buddy used to say that's the best sound of all time, and that's how we got into this. So we had some people both on our website and that I texted, and I'm just gonna read through some of them. Maybe we'll comment, maybe we won't. Now, some people got really specific. We'll start with taste.
Okay.
I got to give this guy all three of his. I'm only going to go through one for the rest of the people, but he was so specific. Hot chocolate after sled riding. Okay.
Oh.
And he said grilled cheese on Jewish rye with beef and barley soup.
Holy shit.
That is specific. That is specific.
That's good work.
And then he threw in, and once again, Pittsburgh Dive Bar talk, so we're allowed to say whatever the fuck we want. Succulent double D nipple in the morning. Now, I guess the double D doesn't taste so good at night.
Is that the Titty Guru?
It's not the Titty Guru, but it could be. No, I wrote to two women out of the five that I have here, and this isn't a criticism, but they both put, instead of being specific, like one said sweet, salty, spicy, one said tart, sweet, salty. Yeah, those are kind of shitty answers, aren't they?
Yeah.
I can't say they're wrong answers, but be a little more fucking, give a little more to us.
They didn't say where they were licking the salt.
Okay, let me give you a few more. I'll just pick one for raspberry vodka with OJ and a splash of Sprite.
Oh, now
Does that sound good?
I could do that.
A juicy cheeseburger, and along that line, medium rare steak, but with Peter Luger steak sauce.
Oh.
I'm not familiar with Peter
I'm
Luger
not
steak
either.
sauce.
I'm willing to try it, though. If they
me
would send us some.
Me too. Another person said Maine lobster dipped in butter. And, okay, that's probably wait a minute. Oh, no, I do have more somewhere. Hold on here, people. Hold on. Like I said, this has been a long fuck. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh, look at that.
There we go. Fresh, warm bread and cold butter.
Nice.
Chips and medium salsa. Okay. A good steak. And this is specific. This is from a woman. So it's not all women that are like. A great glass of dry red wine because I'm probably sitting on the porch with my husband while he smokes a cigar. Best vacation moments ever.
Wow.
I like that specific shit.
Did your wife submit that one?
No, she didn't. No. Our vacations, we don't have a porch or we have a piece of shit hotel room. Okay, we'll go with Ed. What is your favorite taste, or two, or three?
I'm gonna go with like buttered popcorn.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Anything coming off a charcoal grill, like the grill on charcoal, steak, chickens, anything off a charcoal grill. And the last would probably, I don't know, be maybe milk chocolate, some kind of good chocolate.
I'm with that. I'm with that.
Chocolate.
Okay.
Tiny, what do you got?
We actually, the chocolate's my second one actually, but the third, I'll say third is a good steak, but here it's Heinz 57 is the one.
Instead of Peter Luger. Maybe you better try Peter Luger. Peter Luger sounds better.
It sounds better, yeah. But I have this tendency. I've told this story before. When we go out to eat, I have a tendency when I'm one of the people that puts it on my steak. A lot of people put it on the side. I put it on my steak. And I have this bad tendency after I pour it on my steak, I lick the bottle.
I've
brought home more bottles.
I will never use steak sauce at a restaurant again.
Don't do it at Iron Bridge, because every time I go to Iron Bridge, I lick the bottle, and the waitress always like, just take it. She's like, we don't want to put it back on the table.
You're a sick fucker. Sick fucker.
Meanwhile, Greg Carr has 57 bottles.
I do. Yeah. And my number one is a good old fashioned. Shout out to my buddy Derek, who's a bartender. He's made the best old fashioned I've ever had. Second to a place in Erie, Calamari's. They make good ones, but Derek's the best when it comes to old fashions.
Okay. And this was very hard to bring it down to 3, obviously. I said chocolate because I have a sweet tooth. And I said whipped cream on just about anything. And I didn't necessarily mean that, you sick
Those
sons of
double D
bitches that are
nipples.
thinking about that. But it would be good on a double D nipple in the morning.
Whipped cream on a parakeet in your pants.
And I put a hot cinnamon bun, but I meant like a good-looking black chick. Okay, we'll stop right there.
Yeah.
Now we got to the best sounds. The best sounds. And let me just go through some. Wind chimes, a person said, a waterfall, locusts in the summer sitting on the porch.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not really but it's, everyone has their own. Sure. The organ at the Civic Arena. Yeah, that was pretty good. I even thought about that. And another guy even said the horn at the paint can when the Pens score, because they put that big horn. And the same guy said a woman having an orgasm with me, of course.
I don't know what that sounds like.
I do. I was in this guy's closet. It was pretty good.
Oh, you'll hear that sound when you're filming.
Later tonight.
Okay, here's a few more. Play ball, he said. Yeah, I like that. The crunch you hear while stepping on snow. The sound of a Hartley. Harley, not Hartley.
Yeah.
Hartley.
Yeah.
You probably know where that's from, right? From a little south of here. And wine glasses clinking because it signals a family girls' night out.
Oh,
how about that?
Okay.
And then let's see. Did I get everything? Yeah, I did. Okay. Ed, what do you got for your favorite sounds?
I'm gonna go rain on a roof.
Okay.
I sit on my back porch and there's like a metal roof, and I like a good rainstorm. This one probably changed, but now that we have a 12-week-old grandson, just the noises he makes, the cooing, and he's starting to laugh, and
right.
Those kind of, and probably just laughter, like kids playing and laughter and stuff like that.
Okay.
And of course, I have to mention this just to stay in good graces: the sound of my lovely wife's voice.
She must going to be watching this.
Yes, that's it. The sound of my lovely wife's voice.
Well, you know what?
Which could be, if you do next week, could be, or in the next podcast, the worst sounds. It could go either way. It depends on how much trouble I'm in at the house.
Well, you know, it's funny because I had written down the sound of your lovely wife's voice.
Throwing it in as the orgasm would be the same.
Well, once again, like Tiny said, I've never heard the orgasm sound yet.
Hurry, Ed's home. Yeah, one of those deals. Okay.
I'm hoping to hear that someday. All right, Tiny, what do you got?
I kind of went the other way with this. My third one was my wife telling me she wants a divorce.
Just as the camera stopped rolling tonight, probably.
The second one, this is pretty obscure, but the sound of a two-stroke motorcycle when it winds out. Our live studio audience, we have a mutual friend who has an old CR500 Honda dirt bike, and I love the sound of that two-stroke when he winds it out. It's one of the best
almost
sounds.
went with a two-stroke, like an outboard motor. That's one of the other
I
ones.
love
that
that sound when he fully winds it out and he's hitting. I love that sound. And this, I mean, because I've heard it so many times in my life, the sound of a nothing but net swish going through the net of a ball or a shoot.
That's like the orgasm. You never heard that.
I thought he was going to say the sound of the word no.
No, it's the sound of a ball going, nothing but net. That's nothing better than that sound.
Okay. And I went with a train in the distance when it goes by. Now,
Okay.
when my third place, I talked about this a few weeks ago. When I lived in college, I lived right by the damn train tracks.
Yeah.
Not when it's real fucking close. No, when it wakes you up every fucking night. No, in a distance. I do like the roar of a crowd when I'm at a sporting event when your team does something good.
That's a good one.
I'm a Browns fan, so I wouldn't know.
No, you sure wouldn't.
Yeah.
Maybe not in your lifetime.
The sound of silence.
And my last one was a policeman said, "You're free to go." Okay, well, I hope you got something out of that.
Yeah.
We're finished with that, right?
I think so.
And okay, the quote we have to finish is from Groucho Marx, and he said, "I remember the first time I had sex. I kept the receipt." Okay, remember next week it's something different. Tiny and I did something with meaning. So don't turn it off right away because damn it, it's pretty good if you actually stay with it. It's going to be a little longer than even this.
Yeah.
But
We put a lot of work into it.
we actually did. It's very rare for us to put a lot of work into something, and we did put a lot of fucking work into it. And then, so I hope you do watch next week, and then the week after we'll be right back with our regular bullshit that doesn't mean a fucking thing. But tune in next week because we did put some work in and have some meaning. Thanks for staying with us. Thanks, Ed. Thanks, Flip, our live studio audience. And we'll see you hopefully next week.